Hey everybody, Matt here. What's going on? How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's out there enjoying this weather. If you're stuck at work, my apologies for that, but I hope you get out soon so you can enjoy this nice sunny day. It's not raining, it's not shitting. It was relatively nice. A little windy, but you know what? I'll take it. I'm not going to be one of those that bitch and complain about the snow and then bitch and complain about the heat and then never freaking happy because, well, we never have a fall or spring. And now I'm going on a tangent. So let us get started today. So before we get started, how about we hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for stopping on by it once again. And I appreciate you guys for coming on back. And for those of you that have shared the video, thank you so very much for that. Appreciate you guys very much. So yesterday we talked about Lidus, and I know that I said that we were going to talk about like the idea about the book itself, not necessarily what's inside, but as I'm going through it, it's really difficult to think about what I can talk about the book. So rather than bore you guys to death with probably repeating myself about some shit that you guys have already heard about in the past videos, how about we talk about something later on in the book? Because we've been focusing mostly on like chapter 1, about chapter 1, and about who Bombette is, about Lidus, about all the other fun jazz. When we read, we've been reading the first chapter, so how about we go a little bit further into the book? I think that sounds like a good idea. So here we go. Does anybody know what the Tooth Fairy is? Obviously, we all know who the Tooth Fairy is. She collects our teeth and leaves us nice little trinkets, nice little presents underneath the pillow. Anybody hear about the Bone Fairy? Talk about that. And if you have actually heard about the video, you're my kind of people. Because see, in my book, they're known as the Bonegryph. You'll hear about them in book 2 as well, but they're mentioned and they're talked about in book 1. Toward the latter end of the book and everything like that. But it's kind of fun. And if you think about it, so in the book, the Bonegryph comes and then takes the bones and then eats it. And then whatever she eats turns into her. She puts it into her body. She grinds it up and it turns into like skin. It turns into her hair, her wings, her smile, her eyes. She is porcelain almost, because obviously that's what teeth pretty much look like, is porcelain. So why not? So she looks porcelain, but she's very elegant. Every single Bonegryph is elegant, very, very pretty and everything like that. She's a very much so, obviously would love Cadbury, because what is Cadbury, from what you can remember? That's right, exactly. Cadbury's nothing but bones. So Cadbury's, his mortal enemy, is obviously the Bonegryphs. Can't have that, can we? So the Bonegryph, it plays a important part in this book, but also plays a major part in the second book. I suggest picking up the first book so you don't get left behind, because then when you pick up the second book, you're like, huh, oh shit, this keeps mentioning the first book. So I suggest you go out to Kindle, Apple Books, Kobo, Nook, all the places that I suggested before. And if you're following me on Facebook, guess what? It's on there too, where all the links are to go find my book. Through the Eyes of an Interloper is what it is called, and I can assure you that you will not be disappointed. So, yesterday we talked about Lidus. Today we talked about a Bonegryph. Tomorrow, you know what that means. Tomorrow, I am off of work. You won't be seeing a seatbelt and me parked or anything like that. You know what that means. I get to read another page of chapter 1. We're on page 3, right? Page 3 tomorrow is coming at you guys. And it's starting to get nice and juicy, because now he's going to loop down to the planet to meet up with his parents, right? Where do we leave off with that? We'll find out tomorrow. We'll overlap so nobody gets left behind. And then if you haven't watched that video, be sure to go back to my past videos and find it and just listen to me. My videos aren't that long, so you guys are lucked out with that. I'm not one of those like 45-minute long videos talking about a specific character in my book, although I could. But I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy the book. So please go out and find it. Find it, buy it, subscribe to this video, like this video, and be sure to, have a good day. Have fun out there. Stay safe and stay sane. Be sure to look after your neighbors and take care of one another. All right, everybody, till tomorrow, we'll talk again. Have a great day, everybody.